In a city known for neon lights and non-stop noise, Toya Jackson has chosen something different: calm, control, and privacy. Her Las Vegas home isn't about spectacle. It's about independence. It's about a woman who has lived through fame, headlines, and reinvention, now embracing a quieter rhythm on her own terms. Behind those doors is a life lived thoughtfully, far from chaos. But long before this peaceful chapter in the desert, there was a childhood that shaped everything. The fifth of 10 children of Joe and Catherine Jackson, Toya Jackson was born on May 29, 1956. Growing up in the Jackson household meant structure, faith, and relentless rehearsal. After Catherine became a Jehovah's Witness in 1965, religion shaped the family's routine. Discipline was strict. Expectations were high. Talent was not optional. It was developed. Now picture a teenage Toya stepping onto a stage in Las Vegas at just 16, performing tap dance routines in the family's shows. Even then, she carried confidence. She wasn't just another Jackson sibling. She had poise, timing, and a desire to carve her own identity. After graduating from Cal Prep in 1974, she briefly considered studying business law. That path, however, shifted quickly. Her father steered her into the entertainment world full-time. She appeared on the CBS variety series The Jacksons alongside her siblings in 1976 to 77, performing weekly for a national audience. For a young woman raised in such a controlled environment, television became both exposure and opportunity. Soon, she formed a short-lived trio with sisters Rebby and Janet. But Toya wanted something personal, something separate from the group dynamic. So she chose the solo path. In 1980, she released her self-titled debut album. It reached number 26 on the Billboard Top R&B Albums chart, with singles like If You Feel the Funk and Nighttime Lover, the latter co-written and produced by her brother Michael Jackson. It was a solid start, not explosive, but independent. Throughout the 1980s, she continued building her catalog. My Special Love, 1981, Heart Don't Lie, 1984, Imagination, 1986, and Toya, 1988. Then came Reinvention. Her 1990 album Bad Girl gained traction in Europe, particularly after her performance at the Sanremo Music Festival in Italy. International audiences embraced her stage presence. She signed a major contract to headline at the Moulin Rouge in Paris, a glamorous move, though the arrangement ended early, leading to financial complications and eventual bankruptcy filings to resolve contractual disputes. It was a tough chapter, but not the end. In the 1990s, she diversified. Fitness videos, magazine features, genre shifts into country with From Nashville to You and Motown tributes with Stop in the Name of Love. She experimented rather than stayed boxed in, and in the 2000s, she reinvented herself again. Dance singles like Just Wanna Dance and Free the World entered Billboard's Hot Dance Club chart. Reality television opened new doors. Celebrity Big Brother, The Celebrity Apprentice, where she raised money for AIDS Project Los Angeles, and her own series on OWN, Life with Toya. She leaned into humor, resilience, and self-awareness. Over the next decade, she embraced stage and comedy roles, appearing in the off-Broadway musical Newsical, playing Cleopatra in The Last Sharknado, It's About Time, and even winning $25,000 for charity on Worst Cooks in America. In 2019, she surprised audiences as a contestant on The Masked Singer. Even in the early 2020s, she remained visible, attending events, participating in interviews, honoring family memorials. In 2026, she traveled to Germany for the 25th anniversary Lambert's Monday Night event in Cologne, walking the runway, dancing to her brother's music, and engaging warmly with fans. After years of building her name, shaping her craft, and navigating every high and low of a demanding career, success eventually began to show not just in headlines, but in the way she chose to live. Because beyond the spotlight and applause, there's a place she calls home. And that home says more about her journey than any award ever could. Let's step inside. House in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tucked inside the heart of the village at Lake Las Vegas, Toya Jackson chose a residence that feels less like a flashy Vegas statement and more like a personal retreat. This two-bedroom apartment follows a thoughtful split-level design, placing each bedroom on opposite sides of the kitchen. That layout matters. It creates privacy without sacrificing openness, ideal for hosting guests, welcoming family, or simply turning one side into a peaceful workspace. But the real highlight sits just beyond the walls. Morning coffee by the lake becomes routine, not a vacation luxury. A short walk leads to charming cafes and a French bistro where casual lunches feel elevated by the scenery. Paddleboards glide across the water on warm afternoons, framed by desert mountains and wide Nevada skies. And when the sun begins to dip, the reflections on the lake create that peaceful glow that makes you forget you're just minutes away from the Las Vegas Strip. Lake Las Vegas has built its reputation on resort-style tranquility, and this home fits perfectly into that narrative. It offers security, simplicity, and a sense of control, something especially valuable for someone who has lived much of her life in the public eye. In many ways, this property reflects maturity. It's about comfort over spectacle, stability over noise. Her Las Vegas real estate journey, however, has included earlier chapters. Years ago, she invested in a high-rise unit at Regency Towers, located within the prestigious Las Vegas Country Club community. The building carried a certain old-school Vegas glamour, known for attracting established entertainers and industry veterans. Like many artists navigating shifting industries and personal reinvention, that period came with financial pressures. The mid-2000s were challenging years, and restructuring became necessary. The property eventually moved through foreclosure after outstanding balances accumulated. But here's the key point. Setbacks are chapters, not conclusions. The current Lake Las Vegas residence represents another, calmer, more intentional, more grounded. Instead of chasing image, she chose atmosphere. Instead of height and spotlight, she chose water and stillness. From lakeside mornings to quiet desert evenings, this home tells a story of resilience and refinement. But of course, a Las Vegas lifestyle isn't complete without taking a look inside the garage. Cars. When it comes to cars, her garage tells a quiet story of evolution, from classic American comfort to unmistakable European luxury. First, the 2003 Lincoln Town Car. This isn't the kind of car you buy to impress strangers at a red light. Long body, soft suspension, a V8 engine that doesn't roar, it hums. Inside, wide leather seats feel more like a living room couch than a driver's chair. For someone constantly traveling between appearances, meetings, and events, it offered comfort without drama. Then the tone shifts. Enter the Rolls-Royce Ghost, a completely different level of presence. Under the hood, a twin-turbo V12 engine delivers effortless acceleration. But the real magic isn't speed, it's silence. Rolls-Royce engineers are obsessed with eliminating noise, and when you sit inside, the outside world practically disappears. The Starlight headliner above glows softly at night, and every surface feels handcrafted. This isn't transportation, it's a moving sanctuary. And then there's the playful side, the Bentley Continental GTC. Sleek, athletic, powered by a W12 engine in many trims, this car blends elegance with serious performance. Drop the top under the Nevada sun, and suddenly it's not just about arrival, it's about the experience. The Continental GTC balances luxury with edge, proving that sophistication can still have a little adrenaline. But luxury vehicles are only part of the bigger picture. Let's take a closer look at how her career translated into income, and how those numbers built the lifestyle we've just explored. Income and net worth. Beyond the famous last name, her financial story is layered, complicated, and deeply personal. As of February 2026, her estimated net worth sits at under $2 million, a figure built not overnight, but across decades of reinvention. Music has always been the foundation. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, she released 9 studio albums, along with numerous singles that helped define her identity as a solo artist. While she may not have dominated global charts in the way some of her siblings did, album sales and long-term royalties created a steady stream of income. Television became another powerful income lane. Reality TV, in particular, introduced her to new audiences. Her appearance on Celebrity Big Brother in 2009 reportedly earned her around £103,000, roughly $160,000 at the time, a significant paycheck for a short stint. She later competed on The Celebrity Apprentice, appeared on RuPaul's Drag Race, and stepped into the kitchen chaos of worst cooks in America. Her own series, Life with LaToya, ran for 2 seasons and offered viewers a closer look at her personal evolution. While exact per-episode salaries remain private, these projects combined visibility with meaningful financial boosts. Then there was Paris. In 1995, she signed a contract for the variety show Formidable at the legendary Moulin Rouge. The deal was reportedly worth $5 million, making her, at that time, the highest-paid performer in the venue's history. It was bold, glamorous, and ambitious. Though the contract later involved disputes and early departure, it remains one of the most financially significant chapters of her career. Of course, her financial path hasn't been smooth. During her marriage to Jack Gordon, she faced intense control over her finances, eventually filing for bankruptcy. In 1999, foreclosure took her Las Vegas condo after debt surpassed $745,000. Those were difficult seasons, publicly and privately. But setbacks, as history shows, do not define the full narrative. Recoveries followed. And through it all, she kept working. But money tells only part of the story. The more meaningful question is, how has she chosen to give back? Philanthropy. Her charitable work often mirrors the humanitarian spirit long associated with her family, especially the global impact created by her brother, Michael Jackson. But over the years, she has carved out her own lane, one focused on health awareness, community support, and standing beside vulnerable groups. One of her most consistent commitments has been to APLA Health, formerly the Los Angeles AIDS Project. In 2009, she released the single Home and directed all profits toward supporting individuals affected by HIV/AIDS. She even donated an additional $10,000 from related promotional collaborations. For her, it wasn't just a release. It was a statement that music could still heal in very practical ways. She also used public platforms, including appearances on The Celebrity Apprentice, to highlight the importance of continued support for HIV/AIDS programs. Continuing a family legacy of outreach, she has served as an ambassador for the Heal Los Angeles Foundation, an organization inspired by the Heal the World vision. The foundation focuses on children's initiatives, community empowerment, and humanitarian relief in underserved neighborhoods. Seeing multiple members of the Jackson family participate reinforces that this isn't symbolic involvement, it's generational commitment. In 2019, she also supported Face Forward, organizing and participating in a gala dedicated to helping survivors of domestic violence. The organization provides reconstructive surgery and emotional support services to those rebuilding their lives after trauma. Health advocacy remains central to her voice. Through public encouragement and awareness campaigns, she has shown support for the American Cancer Society, particularly emphasizing breast cancer screening among women of color. Earlier, during her run on The Celebrity Apprentice, she raised $25,000 for Race to Erase MS, contributing to research and patient support efforts. And going back to 1985, she participated in the historic charity single We Are the World under USA for Africa, helping raise funds for famine relief in Ethiopia, a reminder that humanitarian work has long been woven into her career. And beyond charity events and public platforms, there is another side of her story: her private world, personal life. At 69, Toya Jackson lives with a sense of calm that only comes from experience. The spotlight no longer defines her days. She chooses when to step into it. She has no children and is currently unmarried. Her only confirmed marriage was to entertainment manager Jack Gordon from 1989 to 1997, a chapter that was highly public and deeply challenging. Years later, in 2013, she became engaged to her longtime friend and business partner Jeffrey Phillips, whom viewers came to know during her reality television years. But by 2015, that engagement quietly ended. No dramatic headlines, just a decision to move forward independently. Today, independence seems to suit her. Her daily rhythm appears relaxed but active. Scroll through her social media and you'll see a woman who genuinely enjoys dressing up, traveling, and celebrating life's lighter moments. In early 2026, she made several trips to Germany, attending high-profile events like the 25th anniversary of Lambert's Monday Night in Cologne and Frankfurt. She shared photos in glamorous gowns, including a striking gold dress, laughing with friends, modeling for cameras, and even dancing to her brother's song, "Will You Be There?" It wasn't about nostalgia. It felt like celebration. Travel continues to be a big part of her world. Red carpets, charity galas, fashion events. She moves comfortably between them. But there's also a noticeable focus on wellness. Since October 2023, she is believed to have embraced a vegetarian lifestyle, reflecting a growing emphasis on health and longevity. Her posts often highlight balance, joy without chaos, glamour without pressure. Her life today doesn't feel rushed. It feels curated, intentional, lived on her own terms. If you enjoyed exploring her lifestyle, career, and personal evolution with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being part of this community and for continuing to grow with us. We'll see you in the next story.